Welcome, guys, to another World War Marvel. As you know, I'm your channel host, Adam, and today I have with me...
Sean.
Sean, how are you, dude?
Good.
And we are back playing some Marvel Crisis Protocol. So, you are still painting away with your stuff, so you're using some of my models today. But you brought your roster. What are the two affiliations in your roster? Because you have two that you could take.
I'm going with Asgard.
Asgard, that's going to be your primary focus. Yeah. So we've already rolled off for priority. I had priority. I had 2 successes compared to your 1. So I chose the extraction for my cards, and then Sean, you got the secure. So I drew Panic Grips the City as evacuations efforts continue. So basically it's map B, there's 4 citizens tokens around the board.
Saving people.
Yeah, basically. And then so you're scoring 1 victory point for each citizen that you're holding. And then on top of that, you can spend 2 power. So you interact with it by picking it up, I should say, as well. Or you pick it up by interacting with it. You spend 2 power. Or sorry, 6 power, and then what happens is you can immediately get rid of that citizen that you're holding as well if you have the 6 power to do so, and that will immediately score you 2 victory points. Okay, and then you can only hold 1 citizen token at a time as well. Okay, so then you picked Riot Spark over Extremis 3.0. So you place 4 Extremis consoles, which are targets of opportunity, as shown on map D. You score 1 victory point for each console that you secured during the cleanup phase, and then you can interact with the console to heal 1 damage from a non-dazed character within range 2 of the Extremis console as well. So you can heal as well.
Keep them alive a little longer.
That's exactly it. So we already have the board set up and map laid out with all the tokens and everything else. You've made your choice for your squad for today, and I've made my choice for the squad today. So let's show you guys the squads that we're taking, show you the board that we're playing on, and get right into the match from there. Also, by the way, threat 19, before I forgot. Completely 19 threat is what we're playing. So we'll get right into the match next. So here we are with my roster for today. So it is a mix of Web Warriors with Defenders. It's going to be my first time playing the Defenders, actually, because I just managed to paint up good old Doctor Strange as well as Wong over there. So the front 5 guys are what I'm using. So we got Doctor Strange with the Soul Stone, Hawkeye, Valkyrie, Ghost Rider, and Wong. And then the back 4 back here are also in my roster, but not being brought. So Spider-Man, Miles, Gwen, and Venom. The tactics cards that I am bringing today are going to be the Pentagram of Faralaw, which during the power phase, Doctor Strange or Wong may spend 2 power to play this card. Place a Mystic Portal token within range 1 of the character that played this card, then place a Mystic Portal token within range 5 of the same character. Anytime during a character's activation, while within range 1 of a Mystic Portal, you can spend 1 power once per turn to be placed within range 1 of another Mystic Portal. Then I have Deal with the Devil for Ghost Rider, so if Ghost Rider is KO'd, he may spend 4 power to play this card before he is removed from the battlefield. Choose another allied character, Ghost Rider, removes all special conditions, and removes all damage and activated tokens, drops all objective tokens, and is then placed within range 1 of the character. If the chosen character was healthy, flip Ghost Rider's card to the healthy side, and then enemy characters within range 2 gain the Incinerate special condition. The chosen character then is KO'd. I have 7 Sons of Cinnabus, so if Doctor Strange's activation and there are 2 other non-dazed allied characters within range 2 of them, he may spend 3 power to play this card. Doctor Strange you can use the attack above, which is a beam 5 8-die attack, once during his turn. If the attack deals damage, after the attack is resolved, the target enemy character gains the Incinerate special condition. I have Field Dressing, so I get to take it or get rid of a dazed token from somebody within range 2 of whoever's using this card for 4 power, as well as remove 1 damage from them, and then all you've got. So 1 character with threat 6 or less would gain an activated token. At the end of his activation, you spend 4 power, and then instead they get another 2 actions from there, and then they are dazed or KO'd based on if they're healthy or injured from there. So that my intent is to use that on Ghost Rider, take Wong, hopefully who's still healthy, and then have him become dazed, and then get him to be able to activate again. We'll see how it plays, though. Not sure if I mentioned it, but I do have the Soul Gem also on Strange as well. This here is Sean's list. Sean, why don't you walk us through who you're taking today?
Thor, what's her name?
Angela.
Angela,
yeah.
Loki.
With the
Rocket,
Mind Gem as well. And Nebula. Cool. And then some of the tactics cards that you got Doom Prophecy. So basically what happens is you can sacrifice your physical defense, so that way you increase your attacks by the same stat, basically.
One's going down, he'll do some major damage before he dies.
That's the hope, right? And then Odin's Blessing. So if I deal a bunch of damage to you, you can spend 3 power to reduce that down to 1 damage suffered. Rainbow Bridge, so each Asgard character, which you have 3 of them, Loki, Angela, and Thor, can spend 3 power each to play this card, and then anyone that spent the power can be placed within range 3 of their current situation. Brace for impact, and then drop off, which is really good between Angela and Thor as well. The other 4 are the other characters that are being brought in this roster, so you are the Asgard affiliation. This is the board that we are playing on. The mat, I think, is from Table War. I can't remember the mat name, but it's like a winter cobblestone. So we are playing in Latveria today. At least that's what we're hoping for. So we got a citizen token here and there, extremis console there. There's one behind this building over there, then another citizen token there, and another extremis console there. As for terrain, these small trees here, the one back there, and then this one back here are size 2. The bigger ones, 1, 2, and 3 of the trees are size 3. These buildings here, and here are size 3. The sections of these fences, they're size 2. Obviously size 2 here and here with the lamppost, as well as the 2 over there. Size 2 for the well. And then the boxes are all, and stuff like that, are all size 1. We have a size 5 tower here, and at the edge over there. They're not being able, they're size 5, and then you got 3 sections of walls over there, 1 with a gate. They're all size 4. Lastly, over here, we have the non-interactable size 4 ruin building, or house as well. It's a little bit bigger than these shacks, so that's why we made it size 4. But because it's in ruins, you can't interact with it. So, yeah. All right. But it's sort of off to the edge, so I don't really expect for a lot of things to happen with it. But yeah, so that is...
into it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But yeah, so that is our Latveria board for today's match. Also, as a note, Sean is choosing to set up on this side of the board due to the fact that I have priority, so I will be setting up on the far board. And so deployment has happened. I placed Ghost Rider here, Doctor Strange there, Wong there, Hawkeye here, and Valkyrie there, where you, Sean, have placed Nebula in the far corner there, Rocket in the center of the board, Angela, Loki, and Thor on that side. So we will come back with round 1 after the power phase. Going to start off with Wong as my first activation in round 1, and what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to take his first action, which is a meditate action, which gives him 1 additional power, and then he's going to move up, spend no power, but hold that extremis console, spend 2 power that he now has to place 1 power using Faithful Assistant, which chooses another allied character within range 3 of this character and gains 1 power. Of this character, it gains 1 power. Character can only be used once per round, or affected by this superpower once per round. So his 1 power that he's given away is just going to be to Ghost Rider, putting Ghost Rider at 2. So now Wong is sitting on 0 power, but Valkyrie, Doctor Strange, and good old Ghost Rider are sitting on 2, where Hawkeye is left with 1 as well. John, you're activating Nebula first off. What are you going to do with her?
I'm gonna
take a move action and move up the board?
Move action, move up the board.
Sounds great. Like so. Mm-hmm. All right. That's the first action. Second activation, or action, sorry, not activation, action with Nebula. What are you going to do with her?
I'm going to move her again.
Okay. Hiding all the way back here?
Yep.
Just to sort of threaten people, I guess?
Yep.
Sounds great. I'm going to activate Hawkeye next. Hawkeye is going to move up the board like so. Right there. Actually, I just want him over a little bit more. Right there. So that way you don't have any cover from him or anything like that. And I'm still within 1 of a citizen token there. I'm going to spend his 1 power. Because he's going to do an arrow shot into Nebula down there. And I'm going to make it a mystical using the Defender's affiliation. Okay, so you have 2 mystical defense on Nebula. I have 5 dice. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I got absolutely nothing. All blanks there. All blanks. And that is it for Hawkeye after rolling all blanks on 5 dice. Rocket is up next for you. What are you going to do with him?
For his first activation, I'm going to move him.
Move him up. Move him up.
Right to there.
Yep.
Right,
Anything else?
Second, he's going to move again just to stay near a citizen.
Are you going to pick it up with him or no? Start scoring victory points?
Probably I'm going to pick it up with
Yeah, I would too. I was going to with Hawkeye if I gained some power from shooting into Nebula down there, but I didn't gain any power because I rolled all blanks. So you're going to pick up that citizen token, and that is Rocket's go. Valkyrie is going to go next for me. She's going to run up the board like so, spend 1 of her 2 power to pick up that citizen because Hawkeye did not succeed in that. So she is holding on to that citizen and down a power, and then she's going to run up again and just, just hang out right there so I can sort of be a threat to Rocket and Nebula down there.
Perfect.
Thor is up next. What are you going to do with him, Sean?
I'm going to
Run up the board.
run up the board.
Yeah. Pick up a citizen over there. Sounds good.
I don't think I'm in range.
I think you're within range. Because you could have made it straight, but you're definitely within range. As well.
I'm going to spend 1
Yep, to interact with that.
to pick him up.
Okay, so you have the citizen over there. Second action for Thor is going to be another move.
Yep.
Oh, coming back this way.
Come back a little bit this way.
Really?
Does it
Not
drag?
towards the console for the victory points? Interesting.
Right now.
He's actually modifying his movement a little bit. Instead of moving up here, he's just going to keep Thor out of me being able to strike him, which I think he thinks I would have been able to get him with Ghost Rider, and I would concur with that. And so you just push him back a little bit to do the Extremis console back there. Playing a little conservative with Thor, who usually likes to bash people in the face with his hammer.
Well, he'll get the chance.
Oh, definitely.
He always gets
Definitely.
the chance.
Doctor Strange is going to be my next activation. He's just going to come over here like so, and then interact with that Citizen's token to pick it up. And then for his second action, I'm just going to put good old, I think that was still enough to get, yeah, definitely within range. So I'm going to put Doctor Strange there, contesting that Extremis console as well. Loki's going to be up next for you, Sean. What are you going to do with him?
He's going to do a double move.
Double move, eh? With that mind gem, you could pull me off of said said objective. Okay, and
Within 3 inches, right?
within range 3, yep. Which I am within range 3. Bam.
Okay.
Like so.
Yep.
And Sean, you're going to use the mind gem on good old
Yep.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is going to gain a power from that, putting him back up to 2 power.
Yep.
And you're going to go right there like so. Moving him short.
Short.
Sounds good. Ghost Rider's going to go next. He's going to do a move up here like so. And then do another move to control that objective and get nice and close to Doctor Strange. So yeah. And then he's going to go up here. Actually, what I'm going to do, let me see. Sort of reposition him a little bit so he's over the objective. Right like so. And sort of filling up some space here as well. Angela's last activation for this round. Sean, you're going to move her up the board towards Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider?
Yep.
Sounds good. Like so.
And
Yeah. Cool. That's your first action. What's your second action going to be?
Our second action will be taking her first attack
Okay. Into Doctor Strange.
into Doctor Strange.
Sounds great. Okay, so your attack with Angela is going to be your, is it the big, like, fallen swords of fallen stars or whatever? The 6-die physical attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So, let's see what you roll. Now, Ghost Rider will gain a power from this because you're not targeting him. He is within range 3. I cannot use Holgas Hoary Wisdom with Doctor Strange to increase his physical defense, though, at this point in time. So, because Loki's there and it bumps it up to 3 power. So,
Yeah.
let's see what happens. So that is 2. 2, sir. I will take it. Let's see what I get for defense. I block 1, so I'm going to take 1.
Okay.
Okay. And she's being placed there within range 2 of Doctor Strange from that, what is the sword strike called again? So, being placed there after the attack with the Xiphus, the Sword of the Stars. Doing anything else with her, Sean?
Yes, I'm going to throw this wall into...
Okay, so you're definitely within range 2. So you pick it up,
Yep.
And you're gonna... Well, it doesn't... What section? I guess this section doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
And you're just gonna throw it at Doctor Strange? Or
yeah.
at Ghost Rider?
I'm probably going to throw it at Doctor Strange.
Okay.
He can't heal.
Sounds good. So it's gonna be 3 damage going through minus my roll, so let's see what happens. I blocked 1 with a crit. Let's see what that crit roll adds. Another crit. So I blocked 2, taking 1 more damage. End of round 2 cleanup phase. I'm going to be jumping up to 4 victory points to Sean's 3 victory points. So I have that Extremis console plus a citizen there. I have this Extremis console with Wong. That Extremis console is contested because of Angela. Doctor Strange has a citizen as well. So I have 2 citizens and 2 consoles, where you have 2 citizens, 1 with Rocket, 1 with Thor, and 1 console as well. So this is what the board looks like at the end of round 1. We'll come back with round 2 next. Doctor Strange is going to be my first activation. He's going to start off by spending 2 power to play Pentagram of Farala. So I get to place a portal within range 1 of him, so it's basically like going to be back here behind Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. And then I get to place another portal within range 5 of him, which is going to be back towards your objective. And then I'm going to jump through it with 1 power as well. So in 3 power in total to move Doctor Strange away from, well, that bad area. 1 portal is going there just within range 1 of both Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. And like so, Doctor Strange has teleported through the portal over here within range 1 of it, and outside of range 2 of Thor. And now he's going to be targeting Thor with some attacks. This first action now, I'm going to do a Bolt of Bedevilment into Thor. So I'm going to use 1 power to make it into a mystical attack. So you have 3 mystical defense, because that's Thor's weakest. So here we go. Let's see what that is. I do get a crit, so I'll add that in there, and I get to modify everything as well. So here's the crit roll. So that is 2. I'm going to re-roll that with the Eye of Agamotto to try to get better dice, because I can modify skulls with it as well. That is way better. That gets me 4 damage into you. Defense roll up. You block 1, so you take 3, and I get 3 power from that. Alright, so I also get to push him short, and it doesn't say away, so I'm going to push him this way, into the wall. I just want it so it nudges it. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to heal using 3 power. Doctor Strange using his, what is it called? The Otsun's Refuge, the Refuge ability, which heals 3 damage to Doctor Strange. And then I'll attack him again. So it's like Oshtar's Refuge. So it healed 2 damage of maximum. It could heal up to 3, but he only had 2. And then I'm going to do my good old Bolt of Bedevilment again. So let's see what happens here. So here's a crit roll for me as well. That's 3 so far.
Here's my 4.
Yeah, you're 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah, it is 4 for your energy. You don't block any.
Oh no!
That's not good. Not good at all. And I'm not going to re-roll that because you didn't roll enough to do anything here to block any, so I did 3 damage, so that would daze you.
Yep.
Are you going to play Odin's Blessing, I'm assuming? That's
yes.
what you said? Okay, so you're going to play Odin's Blessing, spending 3 of Thor's 6 power, and it does 1 more damage to him as well. I do get to push him short still. And with a second push from the Bolt of Bedevilment, after gaining 1 power, I do push, and dealing 1 damage, I do push Thor all the way back there, like so. Where's going to be next? What are you going to do with him?
First action, I'm going to move him medium.
Okay. You do have your 4 Asgard. Do you have the power to do that? Alright, so Thor's up next. What are you going to do with him, Sean?
For my action, I'm going to move him.
Okay, so first action is to move back towards Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Okay, like so. And I think you're just out of, yeah, you're just out of range 2. Just millimeters out. Like, literally. And I just nudged you. And just so you can see, it is literally just out. But, yeah, it's there. And then you're going to do a second action with him?
I'm going to do his ability.
Okay. For Asgard?
For Asgard.
Using all 3 of your power that you have?
All 3? He has 1 left.
Moving him with 4 Asgard. Just within contesting zone.
Yep.
Okay. Like so.
And then he gets a free action.
Yeah, free strike into Doctor Strange. And with this strike, I'm going to use Hogos Hoary Wisdom to increase my physical defense up to 5. So let's see what you get with your attack roll. You do get a wild, which is good. That's a throwaway. So you got 3. Let's see what I get. I get a lot. That's a crit. And when I say a lot, I mean that I get a lot of hits, because I got 4 hits and a crit. Would be a great attack roll.
Oh, yes.
So I get nothing, but I'm going to re-roll that with the Eye of Agamotto. Here we go with the roll. So I block 1, which is still the same at that point in time.
Skulls.
A lot of skulls. That doesn't matter. But I block 1, I gain a power as well, and you do 2 damage to him. And just throwing him straight back, because he's not going to be able to hit anything by being thrown with that wild that you had in your attack roll. And I am staggered as well, because you did deal 2 damage to him. With being thrown away, Doctor Strange is no longer in range to have anything thrown at him. So that is Thor's activation. You're going to activate Ghost Rider next. He's going to start off with a Flames of Hell attack onto both these, using 2 of his 4 power. So we'll start off on... actually, do I want to do that? So I'm going to start off with my attack up against Loki first. It is energy, and it's 5 dice versus your energy defense, which is 3, I think? Is it Loki's energy defense is 3?
Energy is 3.
Okay.
Psychic is 4.
Mystic is 4, and physical is 3 as well. Okay, so here we go with the roll. Are you going to do anything with Loki? You're going to do I Am a God, which allows you to add blanks to your defense rolls or anything? It costs 2 power to do.
How many dice is it?
5 dice.
5 dice?
Yep. And if I damage you, you also gain the Incinerate ability as well, which means that your defense goes down by 1. Okay, so you are going to do I Am a God, so you'll be adding blanks to your rolls. My rolls are as follows. I got 2 hits, or 2 wilds and a crit. So here's a crit roll.
What, energy?
This is energy, yep.
Okay.
I did not change it, so 3 dice. I have 3 damage coming into you right now. You block all 3 because you used I Am a God, so that's really good. Then into Angela, this is energy as well. She has 4 defense. I got a total of 3 going into her as well. You block 2, so you take 1, and you are now incinerated as well. And because Ghost Rider is within range 1 of this portal, he's going to spend 1 power to jump all the way over here to this side of the board. Yeah, something like that. I'm just going to come here like that. And then, yeah, I'm going to strike into Thor, I think. After spending the power over here, I'm going to use Ghost Rider's last power, so it was 4th power, to do a Chains of Damnation, which is mystical, into Thor, making it a 6-die attack up against your 3 mystical defense, and I dropped a die. Here we go. Attack roll. That is 2 crits in there. That's pretty good. And the crits, adding nothing more, so 3 damage coming at you. Let's see what you roll. Yep. You get a crit in there. That's always good.
Yep.
Do you get another block? You do, so you take 1 damage at that point in time. I gain a 1 as well, which does not daze you. I was hoping to daze you with this attack. Completely forgot that Thor is hexed from the first bedevilment that I did with the mystical attack when I changed it and did 3 damage to Thor. So that does not technically go through, and that is enough to daze Thor at this point in time. And Thor does drop the Citizens token as well, so he is going to pick, Ghost Rider will pick it up right off the bat. Angela's up next. What are you going to do with her?
Going to do a movement.
Okay. Moving up the board like so. Like so to there. And Sean, you're going to be spending your 3 power that you have on Angela to do a Heaven's Wrath into Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Okay, so it is 7 dice going into him because I am size 3 and normally 4 dice, but you get to add 1 per size of the target. So it's 7 dice going into Ghost Riders, 3 physical defense. Let's see what you get. Well, that's a pretty good roll. That's still 4 successes, but you don't get your cleave ability. Let's see what Ghost Rider gets from that. He doesn't block any, so he's going to be taking 4 damage. Oh! Completely forgot to do the refuge from, or not the refuge, the extra ability from Doctor Strange to add 2 dice to Ghost Rider's defense, but that's my bad. Hawkeye is going to be activating next. He's going to be shooting into Nebula with a mystical attack using Mystic Empowerment, the Doctor Strange leadership ability. So you get 2 defense. I get, that's better. That's 4 with 2 crits. Excellent. Let's see what happens with 2 additional dice. So that's 4 damage into Nebula. And you have 2 defense. Yep.
Yes.
Both crits. That's really good. Add 2 more dice into that. You block all 4, sir, but I do get a status effect on you. Actually, I'm going to give her the slow condition as well. Yes, with Hawkeye's second action, then he's going to shoot into her with a basic attack. Doesn't matter if it's energy or physical, because both are 3. So let's see what happens. So that's 3 plus a crit. That's 4 into her now. So you get 3 defense, yep. Yeah. Blocking 2.
Block 2.
With a crit. That's good. Blocking 3. She is super survivable. You take 1 damage, I gain 1 power. Activating Nebula next.
Yep.
Okay, what are you going to do with her?
Well, she is going to
move and probably attack Valkyrie. Nebula is up next for Sean. What are you going to do? The Shock Sword Assault?
Yep.
So definitely within range 3, which I completely forgot Nebula had a range 3 attack because I've barely used her. Or else I would have put Shock on you so your damage goes down by 1. So it's a 6-die attack.
Yep. Energy.
Valkyrie's defense is a 3. So let's see what happens here with your 6 dice. So you got a crit. That's good. So add another die in there. That's 3. And then you can't re-roll those failures, which are the skulls, but you get to re-roll the other 2 because I am holding a citizen. So you get to re-roll all attack dice, but not the skulls because they're failures. So just the 2. Yep. And then, so 3 still. That's my defense roll. I'm taking 2 damage from that because I blocked 1. Nebula gets to be placed within ranged 1 of Valkyrie as well, like so. And you do have an attack left with her, or action I should say, so you're going to do your basic strike. Okay, so it's 4 dice into me as well. Oh my gosh! Add another crit in there, sir. Another die. Okay, so you can, let's see what I get. I block 1 so far. I block 1, so I'm going to be taking 2. You can re-roll that failure, not the failure, but that 1 extra die from the crit.
Yep.
That, no. You rolled additional die, which was nothing, but you can re-roll it because I do have the ability.
The ability.
Or I'm contesting. So that's 4 damage. I block 1, that's 3 damage, and I become shocked as well. I said 4 damage is 3 damage because I blocked 1. You had 4 in total. I had 1 block from my crit, so it's 3 damage in total. Valkyrie is still alive, and she will be activating next. Activate Valkyrie next before she dies, and I'm going to do she has a total of 8 power on her, so I'm going to do a charge as her first action, which allows her to move and then do an attack, and it's going to be a Dragon Fang is going to be the attack into Rocket. Moving her there like so that way I'm still contesting that Extremis console. It's going to be 6 dice into a Rocket. So let's see what happens. That's pretty good. That is 4 with 2 crits. And I do get my flurry as well, so here we go. That's going to be 5 into Rocket as well. So 2 dice. Let's see what happens. You block 1. The other one does, because you always have cover technically, it is blocking 2, but you still get 3 damage through on Rocket. Can't carry 2 citizen tokens on her, but I will place that one there. You are dazed with Rocket. I do get a flurry though. My flurry is going to go into a Nebula. It's 4 dice instead of what flurry does allows me to make a basic strike. So it's going to be 4 dice instead of 5 going into Nebula. Okay. I will pay 1 to make it a mystical attack as well. Here we go with the flurry roll. That is 2, but 1's a crit. So there's a crit roll, so it's 2 going into Nebula. And it's Mystic, so you have 2 defense against that. Let's see. You block 1, so you take another one on her as well. Gonna do another strike into Nebula, 4 dice because of shock. Let's see what happens. That is 1. That is still only 1 going into Nebula.
Mystical or?
No, this one is physical. Because I can only change it once with Mystic Empowerment. You do block it with that critical. I was hoping to do 1 extra damage onto Nebula there, so that way I could pick up the other citizen. But I'm going to spend the 6 power that Valkyrie has to get rid of the citizen that's on her, and that's going to score me 2 extra victory points, putting me up to 6 immediately. But I didn't get that extra power to pick up that 1 citizen to score another victory point for me. But that is okay. And all that's left for you is Loki. So what is Loki going to do? So to the end of the round, I'm just doing a quick review here for the activations. Loki is jumping on this Extremis console to score victory points for Sean, correct?
Yep.
So he's just waiting there, but also within range 1 of this portal, so when he wants to jump over there, he can, but he doesn't have any power this turn to do so, and all he could do was get into range with a move and his beam attack over there.
Yeah.
And then Wong, for me, which was my last activation, is just holding out back here on that Extremis console as well. So in the cleanup phase, I scored 5 victory points, 2 from the citizens that I'm holding with Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider over there, and then 3 Extremis consoles. That one there because you cannot contest with Nebula, this one here, and because Thor is dazed over there, Ghost Rider has that one. You have 1 victory point from Loki holding that one, putting you up to 4 at this point in time. You know what, Sean and I were talking actually, and it makes sense for his 2 actions because nobody's around. He's just going to meditate for his 2 actions. Just that way he gains the 2 power. So that way I can heal somebody if I need to, or something along those lines. So in the power phase, Doctor Strange is currently sitting at 7 power for me. Ghost Rider is sitting at 7 power, and Doctor Strange is still staggered. Valkyrie is sitting at 2 power and shocked. And then Wong will be sitting at 4 power because he did the 2 meditate actions. And then Hawkeye is sitting at 1, where your Loki is sitting at 2 power.
2 power.
Nebula is sitting at 5 power. Rocket is sitting at 4. And then Thor is sitting on 7. And Angela on 2. So we'll come back with Sean's first activation next. Sean, your first activation for this round is going to be who?
Will be Rocket.
Okay, sounds good. Rocket has some good old damage that he can do. Yep. He has the Hadron Enforcer, which is 7 die energy attack, or he has his plasma rifle, which is 5. But you definitely have range to people as well, which is good. Well, Valkyrie and Hawkeye. Starting off with a plasma rifle attack from Rocket into Valkyrie, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I have 3 defense up against that, against your 5 dice. Let's see what happens. Valkyrie could go down here. That's 3. That's 3. Let's see what I roll. That is enough to also daze a Valkyrie. So with a dazed Valkyrie, you're going to do what next?
Paladin Enforcer.
The Hadron Enforcer? Yeah.
Hadron her.
Yeah. Into Hawkeye. I have 2 defense versus the 7 dice going into Hawkeye. So let's see what happens.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's 2 crits, 2 hits, and a wild. Let's see. I block 2, a crit and a wild, 3. So even with that, that's still 4 damage. Sorry. Yeah, you definitely do a lot of damage. So you're doing 7 damage into Hawkeye. I blocked 3, which means he takes 4 damage, and so then he is dazed as well. Last power spent from Rocket, you're going to pick up that?
Yep.
Awesome, sounds great. Ghost Rider is going to be my first activation for round number 3, and I'm going to spend 5 of his 7 power to do a penance stare onto Thor. How much power does Thor have? A lot, right?
Yes.
It's a 5.
This is going to be bad.
Yeah, it's a 5 die attack.
This is really going to be bad.
But I get to add 1 additional power die per power you have, up to a maximum of 5. So it's going to be 10 dice, I'm pretty sure, because you're sitting on 6 power?
I'm sitting...
7, sorry. 7. So it's a 10 die attack, a penance stare into your mystical defense of 3.
3.
So let's see what happens. I'm dropping dice. See, like, I just said that I do whiff things quite regularly, right? So that is 1 damage there. Yeah.
Did you roll any of that?
No, not on him. Huh. No.
Okay, we're good.
1 damage into Thor.
Good.
Yeah, block it.
Block it.
As for Ghost Rider's second action, I'm going to do a Chains of Damnation into Thor, and spending 1 of his last 2 power to make it a mystical attack using Mystic Empowerment. So it's 6 dice versus your 3. So let's see what happens. There we go. That's better. That's 4. That's 5. All right. 5 damage. You got 3 defense, sir. Yeah, block 2, so you're taking 3, and I'm gaining 3, and you are also hexed, which means your crits don't explode anymore. You're spending power using your leadership ability with Thor to get rid of the hex. Okay. Gonna be doing what with Thor? What is it? The Strongest Avenger?
Strongest Avenger.
So you're gonna be...
Ghost Rider.
Okay, so you're gonna throw Ghost Rider? Where are you gonna throw him?
Into
Doctor Strange. So you're just going to throw him definitely within medium range there. So you're just going to throw him, I'm assuming,
right to that.
Right, like so. Because I think that still puts you within range 2 of Thor to do some strikes and such. So let's make a dodge roll for Doctor Strange. I'm not dodging any, so that is 4 damage into Doctor Strange, and that dazes Doctor Strange, putting him at 6, or 7, or 6, sorry, yeah. Second, well, actually, first action, because the Strongest Avenger isn't an action. That was just a superpower, which I do gain a power on Doctor Strange from that, because it is a superpower. So, but your first action is going to be what?
God of Thunder.
Or would you just want to do a basic strike to save your power for later on? And being just within range 2, you're going to be striking into Ghost Rider?
Yep.
Alright, so let's see what your 6 dice say, sir. 6 dice.
6 dice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's 2 crits, a hit, and a wild.
Okay.
My defense says I block 1.
Wild.
Then I block 2, which is still going to be enough to daze me. You do get to throw me away, though, first. So you're not opting to throw Ghost Rider due to the fact that you want to place this closer to Thor. And you're going to gain 2 power anyways from the strike.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you just want to pick that up with Thor at that point in time.
Yes.
And then you could probably get rid of it right away too.
I'm gonna do that
because you're sitting at 8 power, 1 from picking up 7 power. That leaves you with 1 power left after getting rid of it as well, and he scores you 2 victory points right off the hop. Then Thor just moves over here to pick up the other citizen that was left with his last power. So he's sitting at 0 power at this point in time. And I have 2, 4, not dazed, Wong, who's going to activate next and probably just meditate. I'm going to pass at this point in time. I'm just going to sort of sit here and pass with Wong. Nebula is up next. Yep. At the beginning of her activation, are you spending a power from Thor's leadership ability?
Yes, I'm spending.
Leaving you with 4 power on her to get rid of your slow condition. Slow. Her first action is going to be a move long all the way over here. And then what are you going to do next? Her next action is going to be a shock sword from herself into a Wong over here. Yep. And 6 dice. Yeah, 6 dice.
Energy.
Yep, and I got 3 energy defense. Let's see what you roll. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's 2 crits and 2 hits. Yep. All right, add those crits in there, sir. And nothing. Okay, you get to re-roll those due to the fact that I am contesting yep. That's 1 more, so 5. Need to make a couple of these. Come on! I don't. That is enough because I only rolled 1 defense dodge, sorry, her block to daze Wong as well. And she's just being placed right there like so. So I didn't do, because all my guys are dazed and you can't actually interact with me or attack me or anything. All I did was let Sean do his movement and such, and then I was going to do a review. So Loki stayed stationary for his action, didn't do anything. We have Angela, who moved over towards Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider and spent 1 power at the beginning of her activation to get rid of her Incinerate. And that is that. We'll come back with the score. John, this cleanup phase scored 4 victory points. You scored 1 from Loki, 1 from Angela over there holding that Extremis console, and then you also have Rocket with a citizen and Thor with a citizen as well. You got rid of the last one. Yeah, to pick up the other one. So you're sitting at 10 victory points to my 11, and we're going to round 4 next. I'm going to start off with Ghost Rider as my first action. He is going to do a Mystic Empowerment for mystical attack. I think it's like Fire of Hell or Blaze of Hell. So Flames of Hell hitting both Angela and Thor. So I'm going to do Thor first. It is mystical, so you have 3 defense here. Let's see what I get. Well, I got 1 up against Thor. That is not good. Only 1. You block it. Definitely. Yeah, and then I guess up against Angela next. That's a lot. That is 5, sir. 5 up against Angela. You block 2, but you get a crit. 3, so you take 2 damage, and you gain the Incinerate as well. Okay, up next I'm going to do a Chains of Damnation into Angela, because she's down to 3 defense. So let's see what happens there. So that's a crit and a hit. This is my crit roll as well, and Sean, you've already rolled yours, which was 2 blanks and a hit. So you're going to take 2 damage as well, and I gain 2 power from that. And now you're hexed as well. Correction, you are not hexed because I do not have a wild on there. I'm going to spend 4 power now on Ghost Rider to play all you've got because he's activated, done 2 actions. So now he gets 2 more actions, but then he's out at this point in time. So I'm going to start off with a, let's do a Chains of Damnation onto Angela. Okay. So that is 2 crits as well as 2 hits.
Yep.
You're blocking none. So here's 1 crit for me, and I'll just roll that again because I don't have the die. So that is a total of 5.
5.
And how much damage can she take?
Oh.
2?
Yeah, she don't.
Okay. So she is dazed and takes 2 more damage. I gain 2 more power from that. My last action for Ghost Rider this round is going to be another Chains of Damnation into Thor. So that is 3 there, sir. 3. And you have 4 defense up against this, so let's see what you roll. Nothing. So that's 3 damage into Thor. Technically, Ghost Rider is going to be dazed or knocked out after playing all you've got.
Really?
Yeah. So, but he's currently also sitting at a total of 8 power as well. So it gives me the perfect opportunity, and this is why it's unfortunate that you got rid of Wong, because I wanted him healthy, so that way he comes back on the healthy side. But I'm going to play Deal with the Devil, so I'm going to spend 4 of Ghost Rider's 8 power, and then I choose another allied character, remove all special conditions, damage, and activated tokens from this character, and then place it within 1 inch of the chosen character. And so then enemy characters within range 2 of Ghost Rider then suffer the Incinerate special condition. So I'm going to be removing Wong and placing Ghost Rider here, which gives Nebula the Incinerate token as well. I put an activation token, obviously, when he was activated over there, but because of the card, I still get to activate Ghost Rider again. Where's up next? What are you going to do with him?
He's going to use his first power to get rid of
the Hex. Sounds great. First action for Thor, you're going to be striking into Strange.
Yep. Okay,
so I'm going to use Hogos Hoary Wisdom to increase his physical defense by 2 dice. Okay?
Yep.
So let's see what your attack roll does. That is a crit and a hit. So 2. You might as well add that crit roll in there, man. 3. Here we go. So I'm going to be blocking 4 without the crits. Yeah. Second action from Thor is going to be another strike. Okay. I'm going to be using my wisdom thing again. So that's 4 this time. So let's see what good old Doctor Strange gets. So I block 4 right there, and I get another power as well. And you're throwing Doctor Strange back here like so, giving Doctor Strange 1 damage. Activate Hawkeye next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 of his power to do a arrow shot into Nebula, but I'm going to spend 1 of the power to make it Mystic Empowered and make it a Mystic attack, which is her weakest defense at 2. So let's see if I can...
1.
Yeah, going down to 1 because of the Incinerate, and that is all hits, so that's a lot. So you block none.
I block none.
How much damage can she take? 3, I think?
I think she can take
3.
4.
She has 1 on her.
She already has 1 on her,
so 3.
That's just
all right, so I'll get 3 power of that back. Okay, next, going to do a trick shot into Rocket, so that way I can take away his cover, because you do not benefit from cover. It's 5 dice. Let's see what I can do. So that's 4 right there. Well, you got 2 crits as well. That's good. Here's my crit rolls. I got another 2 hits, so that takes me up to 6.
I got 2 hits.
All right, so I do 4 damage to you, which you can only take 3, I think, right? So I gain another 3 power with Hawkeye. And with Rocket gone, the Citizen is going there, and then I'm going to spend 2 power, I think, to hook Arrow with good old Hawkeye to come over to this objective, like so, and then he's going to spend 1 to pick up that Citizen. I'm actually just going to get rid of that Citizen using the 6 of 7 power that Hawkeye has on him at this current point in time, and just score 2 victory points right off the bat. Put me up to 13 victory points currently. Loki is going to be your next activation. You're going to spend 1 to...
Spend 1 to go
jump through the portal. Okay. And then you get to be placed within range 1 of this portal. So I'm assuming you're going to want to hold that objective, because with you having that objective... Yep. Basically, it will prevent me from auto-winning unless I can either push him off of it and control it somehow, or get that Citizen off of Thor, which might be a better option for me at this point in time. You're electing just to keep Loki there, not doing anything else?
Yes.
and that's just purely on the fact that if you moved up to attack Doctor Strange, you're leaving this open. And with Thor activating, I would just move here and score my 3 victory points I need to win at this point in time. I'm going to be activating Doctor Strange next, and he's going to start off by using a Crimson Band of Cyttorak for 4 power. It's already mystical, so I don't need to Mystic Empowerment. So it's going to be going into 6 dice. Let's see what I get. I get 3, sir. I get 3.
This is a
Mystic attack, so you get 3 defense. Yeah. And you're blocking none. That's going to be 3 damage into you. And that is enough to knock out Thor as well. That is going to be enough damage to knock out Thor, and I'm just going to push this up as far as I can, like so, and then Doctor Strange's second action is going to be move and to grab that using another power. So for the rest of the round, Ghost Rider is just going to come up here, hold this objective. Valkyrie would just move up the board over there to start getting more relevant as well. But really at this point in time, at the end of round 4, I'm going to score 3 victory points, 1 from Ghost Rider there, 1 from Hawkeye there, and then Doctor Strange holding the Citizen. That will put me up to 16, and you're just going to score another one, putting you up to 11 at the end of round 4. So I guess we'll come back with the after action report next. Welcome guys to the After Action Report. You just saw the match between my defenders, first time playing them, and Sean's Asgard. Yep. Sean, what's your thoughts on the match?
Really swang both ways that one turn.
You tabled my entire, dazed my entire force in one turn. So like Rocket dazed Valkyrie and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And then Nebula dazed Wong. And then Thor dazed Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Which was insane.
Yeah.
Like everybody on my board was dazed in turn 3. That was turn 3, turn 3, so it wasn't bad. I did not expect that to happen, and I did not expect you to daze Wong.
I expected it to happen. I was hoping it happened.
Well, Wong is, but I kept him in the backfield doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have, instead of passing with Wong, maybe I should have moved him away, because then I would have made sure that that Ghost Rider was brought back on the healthy side. Was what was the intent with the All You've Got and the Deal with the Devil? Those 2 cards, bringing Ghost Rider back after getting 4 actions, and then still having an activation token or no activation token to activate again.
Did the same thing with Loki. I kept him over here, and I didn't really put him into combat at all.
No, he's more of like, I had to move. So when you had Loki and Angela and a possible Thor on that one side against Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider, I had to move away because Loki would have completely shut me down on that side of the board. Just due to the fact that every superpower that I used within range 4 of him, then it costs 1 additional power. So I wouldn't have been able to get the extra defense bonuses with Doctor Strange and everything else. So it's just like, it was nasty. But yeah, no, it was a good match. I think it was, like, if it went another round, Angela probably would have just jumped. Yeah, Angela would have jumped on me and probably took out Strange easily. Loki would have helped there, and then it was just a cleanup. Like, yes, I have Ghost Rider that could come over,
throw the building into
to Valkyrie and everybody else. So I think it would have been, might have been. I don't know if it was a cleanup, but it would have. I think.
I probably would have taken out more characters.
You sure would have.
But I think I probably would have lost because you still would have had
victory points
wise. I wouldn't be able to beat you anyway.
That's right. But I think you still would have went and took out more of my guys beforehand. But yeah, victory points wise, I think I still would have picked it up eventually anyways. So anyhow, Sean, thank you very much for the game. I appreciate it. It was great fun. Guys, if you haven't yet, check out in the description of the video down below. You'll see the Patreon link. You can help support us here at Blackfyre Productions through Patreon. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.